Alright, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down the best striker in every UFC division. And as you can see right here, we got some of the best strikers. Just a little surprise, we got Bilal, Anthony Smith, and Bobby Green, man. These are some dangerous strikers right here. They impose their will. Yeah, these are just some of the best strikers. Nah, but in all seriousness, let's get started. For the flyweight division, I'm picking Brandon Moreno. Some honorable mentions. You could do Joshua Van, Brandon Royval, or Steve Erceg. I would say Steve Erceg right now is kind of questionable because he's on a 3-fight losing skid. But he does have some pretty clean boxing. He has some pretty good hands himself. Brandon Royval is pretty good at mixing it up with his striking. Very good kicks. But he just lost and he got outstruck by Joshua Van. And I wouldn't be mad if somebody had Joshua Van over Moreno at the moment. I don't think that's crazy to say, but I'm picking Moreno as the best striker in flyweight. He has very good boxing, very good body kicks, really good head movement. The way he's able to set up his feints and to land his overhand hooks is very effective. He's very good at setting up a jab. He has very good he's very good at setting up traps too, from to the body to the head, and the way he's able to use his overhands to hurt his opponents is very good. He's just a very well-rounded striker. He can kick. He has really good boxing. So yeah, I would pick flyweight Brandon Moreno. I really wouldn't be mad though if you said Joshua Van. It's probably maybe even better boxing than Brandon Moreno. I mean, you saw what he did to Brandon Royval in arguably fight of the year so far. But yeah, I would just pick Brandon Moreno. Very good boxing. Good he's just very effective in using his hands to set up his overhands, his hooks, set up traps with his feints. So yeah, I'm going flyweight Brandon Moreno. Moving on to bantamweight, I mean, it's Peter Yan. Close second though is Sean O'Malley. I really wouldn't be angry if somebody put Sean O'Malley in here. Very good striker himself, but I think it's Peter Yan. Really good combinations. He has a deep bag, very creative strikes, and is just the best pure boxer in the division. You saw the type of tricks he was able to do on Corey Sandhagen, who is an honorable mention, you could see. But I'm picking Peter Yan. He's just his boxing is on a different level than these other bantamweights, and the type of stuff he can do from his the moves he was doing on Corey Sandhagen were just out of this world, from the back fist, I believe, into the hook. I forget the move, but you know what I'm talking about. That was very creative. That whole fight against Corey Sandhagen was just art to watch. It was just striking at its finest. He's very slick judo too, which also can help set up his striking. His catch and go style, where he's able to use his high guard to pull out shots and counter, or as you saw in his Uriah Faber fight, where if they're too hesitant, he's able to capitalize off that and hurt him even more. He has pretty good kicks, and he hits hard. Peter Yan hits very hard for the 135ers, and in a rematch against Marab, I'm not moved by it, honestly, but I feel like it'll be a little bit more competitive. But Peter Yan is very good at what he does, just from his good combos, creative striking, very good boxing. And he's a little tank for the division. He's very strong. So yeah, I would say Peter Yan easily is the best striker here at bantamweight. Honorable mentions will be obviously being Sean O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen, who he outstruck Corey, but the Sean O'Malley one is kind of controversial. You could say either or. If depending on the day, honestly, I could say Sean O'Malley or I could say Peter Yan. But definitively, I would say Peter Yan is the better striker. Just his overall just talent is what it is, and the way he's able to mix it all up, it's just very good. So I would say Peter Yan. Moving on to featherweight, I mean, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else is better than Volkanovski? Volk has very good high output, so he can go 5 rounds in the striking with you, and he can put on a lot of volume. He has very good combos, the way he's able to use his kicks, his knees, his elbows, his hands, everything. It's very effective, and he knows what he's doing. He has very good fight IQ in his striking. You know, he knows what he's doing. The way he's very fast too. The way he's able to use his leg kicks to set up other attacks, outstriking people like Yair Rodriguez, 50-45ing Max Holloway. I mean, who does that to Max Holloway? Honestly, nobody really 50-45s him. You know, he's very good defensively too, and the way he's able to use his feints to set traps and like lure his opponents too. You know, you saw what he was doing to Diego Lopez. He had a really good striking performance against him, where a lot of people were questioning him if, oh, Volk's gonna get knocked out. Is Volk's chin still there? Can Volk really still strike with these younger guys? And he proved that he can. He arguably, or in my opinion, he did outstrike Lopez. Volk is very like effective. He knows how to land shots precisely too. He's very good defensively as well. You know, the way he's just able to set up different things with his high fight IQ, that just makes him all around just a very complete striker in my opinion. High output. Now, I'm not going to say Volk has crazy power, but he doesn't have power. He more so has the volume, where the volume over time will just be stagnant on you, and you don't want like Volk to just overwhelm you with strikes on strikes. You saw how he shut out TKZ. He dominated Ortega. I mean, you look at their faces after the fight. He bloodied, battered Ortega. In the Max Holloway trilogy, he made Max Holloway look like a fool. I mean, he's easily outstriking a lot of these guys. I had a very close fight with Islam where even in the 5th round he drops Islam and is landing some very effective ground and pound. That's another thing too. Volk has very effective ground and pound. And I mean, and then the Topuria fight, obviously before he got knocked out, that's a whole different thing, but in the first round, he was looking very fast. He won the first round too. He was looking fast. He was landing the jab, very good kicks, you know. Volk is just a very good complete striker in the division. Honorable mentions, I'm going to say Gene Silva and Yair Rodriguez. Volk outstruck Yair, but Yair is still very creative with his kicks. He has very good Taekwondo kicks, and he's fast too. Yair's pretty fast too. He has very good kicks, pretty good boxing, but I think Gene Silva is another very good honorable mention. The way Gene Silva strikes, it's as if he kind of like he does it carelessly. Like, if you see how Gene Silva strikes, you know what I'm talking about. Gene Silva, the way he strikes, it's just as if he's just doing stuff to just try it out. It's like he's never done it, and he's going to do it, and it lands. That's how I think about Gene Silva striking, which is why I feel like him versus Volkanovski would be like a nightmare matchup. But I still think at the moment, Volk is the better striker. So yeah, I would say featherweight is very easily Volkanovski. I mean, you see his striking performances. You see who he's outstriking, how he's doing it, what he's doing it by, you know. And that's why he's still the champ, even at 36 years old. This is my GOAT. This is the featherweight GOAT, and this is a top 3 fighter of all time. End of discussion. Moving on to lightweight, I mean, again, who else? It's Ilia Topuria. I mean, yeah, I mean, who is really beating this guy at 155? Very good technique. That's where he draws a lot of his power from. It's his very crisp technique, precise striking. He knows where to hit you and how to hit you, and he works the body very well. A lot of these strikers really just like the headhunt, whereas Topuria, he'll feint to the top, go to the body. You know, he's very good at chopping at your body. And he has a very good, effective leg kick. You saw that leg kick was landing on Max Holloway very well. I mean, he's just knocking everybody out, too. He has insane power for the division and for his size, you know. He's knocking people like Volk out. He's knocking Max Holloway out. He's knocking Charles Oliveira out. And he's making it look easy. That's another thing. The way Ilia strikes, he's making it look easy. His hardest fight was Max Holloway at 154, and he was up 2-1 before the knockout, if you ask me. And the way he set up the knockout was another thing. That's where his crazy good technique comes from. Ilia, he doesn't have to rely on like head kicks, spinning kicks, none of that. He focuses primarily on his very, very good boxing. Probably the best boxer in the UFC right now, like pure boxer. He relies on his very good boxing. good takedown defense and his effective leg kicks, and it works for him. You see how he's knocking Charles Oliveira out, Max Holloway, Volkanovski, even though that was AI. He's just knocking everybody out. And I see him knocking a lot of people out too. Like Justin Gaethje's gonna get chinned. Paddy Pimblett would get chinned. The only one that I could see him giving a tough time would be Arman Tsarukyan. But even that, man, I don't know. That would be a competitive fight. And I think he could knock out Islam Makhachev. I would pick Ilia Topuria to beat Islam Makhachev. But, yeah, Ilia, I mean, like, who's stopping this guy at 155? Not Gaethje, not anybody, really. But, yeah, he's just a very effective striker all around. He knows how to land shots. He knows exactly where to place them for the most effective, like, hurtness, I guess, if that's the word I want to use. And he doesn't rely on, like, flashy techniques. He stays with his boxing, and it works for him. And it's, I mean, you see, he's a 2-division champ for a reason. Honorable mention, I mean, there's only one, and I would just say Max Holloway. Max Holloway has very high output. He's very fast now at 155. He has a very solid chin now at 155. He doesn't really have heavy hands, but where that lacks, he has very high volume, and he's incredibly fast now at 155, and he has pretty good kicks too. But I mean, even in a rematch at 155, I would still pick Ilia. But yeah, that's lightweight best striker. Moving on to welterweight, I mean, it's JDM. It's JDM. He's very similar to Ilia Topuria in the sense that he's also very powerful and precise. He knows how to land his shots. He has very good fight IQ too. I forgot to mention this with Ilia, but again, effective footwork. The thing about these like pure boxer guys, like with a boxing base in MMA, is that they have really good footwork, and it's very good for them, and they always chop at that body. They know how to like hurt their opponents in multiple areas, and JDM is able to land like these five punch combinations on his opponents, like he did the guys like Kevin Holland and stuff, and he outstruck Bilal impressively. He made Bilal look like a fool, if you ask me, 4-1. He's landing very good shots. Maybe I'm doing too much with the powerfulness because he didn't knock out Bilal, but my counter argument to that is Bilal's very good at cardio. So I mean, JDM obviously didn't want to like make himself tired when he didn't have to and just instantly go for a knockout. He has very underrated fight IQ in my opinion, and his improved takedown defense helps with his striking because it sets up like traps. As you see in the Bilal fight, he's using his head to like get Bilal to not like land the takedowns. He's feinting uppercuts to not let Bilal engage with the takedowns. He's very underrated in that sense that like he has very good fight IQ, and he trains with the likes of Craig Jones, who has very good specifics, but Jack Della Maddalena is just very good boxing base. He works the body, he goes to the head, he's landing good kicks. His front kick is also very effective. We saw how that was giving Bilal trouble too. And in very good head movement. I will say this. He has very good head movement for a UFC fighter. We see a lot of these guys sometimes in the UFC who like do too much with their head movement, and it leads to them getting knocked out and stuff. Whereas JDM, he's able to like use his jab very well. He's out there prodding the jab, setting up a very effective jab, landing shots to the body, landing these 5-punch combinations on people. He's very fast too. Honorable mentions: Ian Gary and Carlos Prates, but to be honest, there's not really anybody else. I mean, you could say MVP, but I would count him more as a middleweight now because he's fighting Jared Cannonier soon. Wonder Boy's an honorable mention too. I don't know, I forgot to put him, but like Wonder Boy's very old now, and he like in his last performance he did get robbed, but he didn't make it look like it wasn't like the Wonder Boy that fought Woodley or Darren Till, or the Wonder Boy that was outstriking Kevin Holland. That's why I would say the best striker in the welterweight division is Jack Della Maddalena, and he's the champ for a reason, his striking got him there, and that's why I think he is like he's gonna beat Islam Makhachev. His striking will play a big factor into that, but that's another story for another day. Moving on to middleweight, it's interchangeable for me. Between Sean Strickland and MVP, because I consider MVP now more of like a middleweight, because he is fighting Jared Cannonier soon, and he probably will stay there if he beats him, and I think he'd beat him, but predictions in a few weeks. Sean Strickland, very good like boxing fundamentals. He has a very effective jab, and he has a very good use of the Philly shell in MMA. You see, the way Sean Strickland uses Philly shell, he outstrikes people like Adesanya, who people were saying that, going into that fight, they were like, Adesanya's gonna put a beating on Sean Strickland. He's gonna make him look like a fool, this and that. And we see Sean Strickland go out there and make Izzy look like the fool, using his Philly shell, walking him down. Albeit, Sean Strickland's style is boring but effective. That's how I would describe Sean Strickland's style. Very boring but effective. It gets the job done. However, he is susceptible to looping shots. As you see in the Alex Pereira fight, he got caught by a very good check left hook. But that's not to say he's a bad striker. He himself, he outstruck Paulo Costa. He gave Dricus du Plessis a very close fight with his striking. But he has he's very good at establishing his jab, very good boxing fundamentals, a good teep kick, take that how you will, and his Philly shell is very effective. As for MVP, he has very like unorthodox striking. The way like he blitzes in and blitzes out with his like karate style, it works. He's just like a very pesky fighter. Like you see in the when he fought Shara Magomedov, he was making Shara look like a fool. The way he was able to, when he blitzed in, he set his foot behind Shara and he pushed him, which was very effective for him. He's also very accurate in his counter striking. That's one thing about MVP. He is like just an annoying, pesky fighter to fight. He's outstriking people like Shara. He's making Ian Gary He's making Ian Gary lie and say that, I outstruck MVP, Ian McCucko. And, he's also making Kevin Holland just mad, But yeah, MVP is very good at striking. He's a very good striker. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if you have him over Sean Strickland. The way he's like able to blitz in, blitz out, and just be an overall like annoying, pesky fighter to deal with. Honorable mentions: Izzy and Robert Whittaker. To be honest, a few years ago, I probably would have had them at probably in between the best strikers. But Izzy's getting he got outstruck by Sean Strickland. He was getting outstruck by Alex Pereira. He was getting outstruck by... it was very close, but he did have a very good striking battle with Dricus du Plessis. And in my opinion, he lost the rematch with Robert Whittaker and got outstruck in that. Going on to Robert Whittaker. The thing about Robert Whittaker in his last performance, it's not that he's washed. It's just that RDR was that good. And as much as I love Robert Whittaker, he could not keep up with RDR's insane pressure in that knee. But Robert Whittaker also does have some very good striking performances himself. But I don't know if I would have him in the top middleweight striker anymore. I could see him outstriking some of the lower class guys, but you look up the rankings, I don't see him outstriking Dricus du Plessis. We saw what Hamzat Chimaev did to him. A Sean Strickland fight would be close. I think I'd favor Robert Whittaker, but I would say Sean Strickland is closer to his prime, if that makes sense, compared to Robert Whittaker. But yeah, these are the two middleweight strikers I would pick. Moving on to light heavyweight. Again, it's between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. I forgot to put my little facts right there for Alex Pereira. But, I mean, you get it. Magomed Ankalaev is very fast. He's very, very fast. He's very fast for the light heavyweight division. He makes everybody look slow in comparison. He has an effective southpaw stance, and he has good 1-2 straights. That's what really caught Alex Pereira in their first fight. Ankalaev was very fast. He landed a very good 1-2, and he made Alex Pereira hesitant with the takedowns. Yeah, that's why you. But the thing about that, I wouldn't be mad if somebody were to argue to me that Alex Pereira is the better striker. You see how he's schooling people like Yuri Prohaska on the feet. He's schooling people like Khalil Roundtree in the third and fourth round using a very effective head movement. His body, he punches him to the body. He has a very effective low kick. But yeah, right. Me personally, I'd lean Magomed Ankalaev just because he's faster, he's younger, and honestly, I think he knocks out Alex Pereira in the rematch. As much as I don't want to say, because I do love Alex Pereira, I think I would pick Magomed Ankalaev to most likely knock him out. He's gonna be too fast. His 1-2 straights down the middle will give Alex Pereira trouble. The takedown, like the threat of the takedown will always be there. This is probably gonna be the champ at light heavyweight for a while. So yeah, and moving on to heavyweight, I mean, I don't have to say anything. It's Tom Aspinall. You see how he's knocking everybody out. Shortest octagon time compared to anybody. A clubbing right hand. I mean, Tom Aspinall is just fast for the heavyweight division. He has insane power, good jiu-jitsu. Not really much I have to say for him. He's probably going to knock out Cyril Gahn within 3 minutes, maybe even less. He's just very fast. He's not plotty like these other heavyweights. You look outside the top 5 of the heavyweights, and it's like plotty people who are slow, and all they rely on is big power. You look at Tom Aspinall. He fights like a middleweight. He is fast for the division. He's fast. Crazy power. Nobody probably beats him for a while either. Maybe Magomed Ankalaev would give him trouble, but I don't know about that. But yeah, those are my best strikers in every division in the UFC, from flyweight to heavyweight. And yeah, thanks for watching the video.